I unboxed the Dunu SS6 a few days ago, and these earphones really look fantastic. To be precise, look at that stabilized wood backplate looks excellent, and they sound even better. To be precise, now let me tell you, it has a switch, a single switch, which can alter the sound a bit. When they are on one, they're on the flatter side. They sound a bit more restrained in the lower region, and there isn't enough boom there. But turn it on, and it starts delivering good amount of slam. The sub bass is good, the mid bass is nicely rounded, and until unless you are not a very analytical listener, you do not want any kind of bass in your music, keep it on, because yeah, this delivers a bit of a musical tonality, musical sound, musical feel to it, which is a bit more intriguing than the flatter version. Now just look at these earphones, man. Wow, these are mesmerizing, really, to be precise. Fantastic looking earphones, lovable. Anyone can fall in love with this in the first sight. Now let's let's not drag that a lot. Let me take one piece out so I can show you. Yeah, it has a semi custom type shell. Let me show you the Bose. It has a three board design. One, two, three. You guys can see the Bose. I believe maybe you guys can see the Bose. I really like this design. This is fairly comfortable inside the ear compared to the DK series, which is made out of metal, and the wing kind of thing is slightly uncomfortable. But this is much more comfortable. This design is much more comfortable, and the size is not big when compared to something like the uh, Audio Sense. Let me take one out here. Audio Sense T800. You guys can see the T800 is on the bigger side, but even though it houses no, this one doesn't house more drivers. This one has six drivers, that one has eight drivers, but it's more expensive. uh, Still it is on the smaller side. That's a good thing. There is a small kind of vent. They say the BA drivers are vented, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it is delivering a lot more bass than the already excellent sounding AudioSense T800. So yeah, leave that aside. That's on the dirtier side. This isn't, to be precise. This one sounds very good, to be precise. Now, before moving on to the sound, let's talk about the cable. Uh, do this cable really complement the SS6? I'll say yes. These are excellent looking cables. They sound very good, and these switch pins are a very intriguing factor here. These are not gold plated though, but they ship with desirable switch pins out of the box. You do not need to purchase them separately. These retail for $20 each, so you are saving $40 here, and you can use it with your Sony player or AK or Co1 player without spending any more on a different cable or on a balanced cable, on a single-ended cable. You can use this with your mobile phone. 3.5 cable, you can use this with your mobile phone and use this with your DAPs. That's very easy. There isn't anything tough or difficult here. Very good, very good, very good looking cable. Sounds equally impressive too. Yeah, I'll not say that this is bad, but this isn't exactly very comfortable when plugged into the mobile phone because it comes in the way while you are gaming or anything. I game a bit, fairly less, but yeah, I do game a bit, and this is slightly uncomfortable. The size is slightly on the uncomfortable side. It gives it a difficult grip. Nevertheless, that is not the point of SA6. These are studio earphones, and they are not meant to be used like that. Doesn't matter. Now moving on to the sound quality, this earphones sound excellent. These are not tuned to be very fun sounding, but these are not dull sounding at all. I'll not say that the bass is boomy or something like that, but the bass has good amount of extension. The rumble is very good. It sounds intriguing, to be precise, very precise and detailed. There is good amount of texture. It doesn't have a lot of texture like dynamic drivers, but it has very good amount of texture to it, and it sounds very good. The lower end can be could have been a bit more voluminous, but these are not that type of earphones, to be precise. They are a bit more voluminous than the ER4P, and the tonality is slightly better, I'll have to say. ER4P are a lot more drier. They sound lifeless in the lower region. These are much better. Now moving on the mid range, I have the ER4P. I love the ER4P a lot, but in front of those, this sounds more accurate when it comes to mid range. ER4P is very good, excellent to be precise. But it sounds dry. That's the main problem with the ER4P, and a bit more mid forward when you consider the bass is not emphasized. The mid do feel a bit more forward than they should be, but that's not the case here. The mid range is much more leveled, fairly balanced with the rest of the spectrum, and it delivers a hair bit more details than the ER4P. ER4P is excellent. I will not say it is bad by any stretch of imagination, but this one has better texture, slightly better details. It has a bit more neutral tonality where the ER4P can be slightly on the brighter side. Both of these are not offensive at all, but yeah, these are a bit more lovable, a bit more likable. The contrast between foreground and background instruments are much better. Now, moving on to the stage size, ER4P is bad. It sounds like a barrel, but that's not the case with the Dunu SA6. This have a very good holographic stage, which is wide, tall, and a bit more deeper than expected. And thanks to the contrasty nature, it sounds very accurate with instrument placement, and it's a very good sounding earphone, to be precise. You do not feel that you are getting a monotonous kind of sound from it really feels dynamic, and the stage is very filled in. The density is very good. It sounds very engaging, to be precise. Now moving on to the treble region, these do not have a very energetic treble, even though these are two for bass, two for mid, and two for highs. These are not really very energetic or sparkly. They do not attack with a lot of vim and vigor. They sound good. I'm not saying that they do not sound good or anything, but they do not have that kind of sparkle or that kind of extra emphasis to the treble region. They have excellent extension, very good amount of details, but as some people like to put it, they are slightly on the smoother side. But no, I'll not say these are on the smoother side. Smoother means they are blunt. They do not have that kind of sharpness or accuracy to them. But these have that. These have the sharpness and accuracy required. And this do not sacrifice any kind of details at all. It has very good layering, separation. The instruments are really clear. You really feel that shimmer in all the instruments, and that sounds excellent, to be precise. Now, yes, I believe these are the best earphones BA, balanced armature based earphones for under $500. There are no doubts about that. I have tried a handful of BA based earphones in this price range, starting from P by 3, P by 4. Those are not under $500, but this one is really recommendable over the P by 3 and P by 4 without even thinking twice. These are excellent. This barely have any flaws. Maybe compared to something like Shozi Pola, I'll have to say these are slightly smaller on the stage. Yeah, Pola is a $800 earphone. This is a $550 earphone. Pola is slightly bigger with the stage, and the organic nature of the Pola is just mind blowing. This is this is not that organic, but it doesn't feel any other way either. It has the feel to it, but it's not that in that spectrum. It doesn't feel very organic, but it sounds excellent nevertheless. For a balanced armature based earphone, these are excellent to be precise. If you guys have any questions, yeah, feel free to ask me. I'll answer them without any problem. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions or if you have anything else to say, yeah, fire them in. I'll be answering them. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. I believe I covered everything. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy.